Echo Stomp if he wants. In fact, he's looking for it, but doesn't matter. Eve comes swimming on through. Swimming, I don't know, pouring water, something like that. But he'll be able to finish him off.
What does a Morphling do? I don't even know.
Yeah, I feel like he's swimming, but he's water. Can water swim in water?
I suppose he's pouring. Yeah, he's pouring himself over wherever. I like this start for Wildcard, though. They're playing some really good Dota. The way they're combining is exactly what I was talking about before the game started. They had the Pango ulti and the Snapfire, both of them just joining together to get kills.
Dire's top
They've done
tower
it multiple
is under
times now.
attack.
And not to mention, the SF is absolutely balling.
Uh-oh, Cuckoo. I think you bit off a little bit more than you could chew, my friend. They need one more hit.
Dire
Not having that
scanning.
mana. It does have himself a stick, but more than happy to just continue to hit these creeps. Well, Cuckoo does have to TP out, and they're hunting. They see Zephyr. They needed one more hit alone, not quite having that damage, but he does manage to turn his attention over to Whitemon. They separate off to the side so that way they can get the Echo. Divine Llama cleaning up on Zephyr, and this is looking like a dead Whitemon.
That was good reaction by Zephyr immediately there to get the magic stick, but the cleanup crew there by Divine Llama. Wildcard are just on top of things right now.
Impressed, and like I said, I wanted to see them play their own style of Dota, and these are definitely heroes that lend themselves to that.
Oh, I love that Alone is going for the Manta style after Dragonlance here. See a lot of SFs go for like BKB, and I understand it's a comforter, you know, when you're playing as a +1 or +2 hero, getting that BKB is big. But I think Manta style here is fantastic. He's against Veno, he's against Battle Hunger, Drow Silence. There's so much to dispel, and it's just a great item overall for SF.
Okay, so Wildcard feels like they're in the driver's seat right now. They've got 6K, 7K gold lead. They've taken a bunch of towers as Thompson just cleans up Sam, and there's a follow-up here from Divine Llama, but it's just him right now, so has to be careful. Thompson already TPing away. But what is the way that they keep going, right? Because this is a common thing with Wildcard. They start to lose that momentum. I don't know if it's necessarily because they're farming too much or they're just not playing together. Like, what do they need to do
I think
to be able to give themselves a better chance here?
I think what they need to do is exactly what they are continuously doing here. You see that Pango is moving towards mid as both the ulti of Pango and Snapfire is up. They're again trying to combine these skills. And I think they're understanding that they're on a strong power spike now, so they're even 5-manning a bit. Perhaps could contest mid tower or even go for a play on Roche.
The Bling, they go and use the Hand of God. End up using the Earth Splitter, but doesn't do. I feel like if you're wild, big ulti, used a smoke and they didn't get anything out of it.
Yeah, at the same time, T1 just trying to farm that Blink Dagger on their Axe. That's going to be their key timing that they're looking to play towards. They have Blink on Tiny, but alone he can't really kill anything. I mean, he can kill off like Chen, but he can't kill the important heroes. So getting Axe, Blink as well, the two of them can work in tandem, and that will be what Wildcard need to look out for.
Are seeing some moves being played. The call from Cuckoo. He tried to go for the cookie, but the creep ends up dying, and now they're going to try to burst out Cuckoo. Can they do it fast enough? He's going to teleport out those Snapfire Kisses. Getting used for what? Feels bad if you're Alex, but gotta be feeling pretty good if you're Cuckoo right now.
It was a cute little attempt going in with a waveform and using the Axe call on himself there, but not quite enough damage to burst him. He has a lot of HP with that Vanguard. I like how Zephyr is playing this on his Venomancer. I hate Venomancer, but you know, I like what he's doing. He's controlling the area around mid lane. He's revealing everyone's movements just by spamming these Venom wards on high grounds. And even though T1 are quite heavily behind right now, Wildcard are not even getting close to being able to take the mid tower. And I think that is crucial for T1 if they're going to be successful here, that they keep this tower up.
It almost feels very reminiscent of watching Old Eleven's Broodmother the other day, where he just microed all the spiders. A little bit of a jump in here from Thompson. Not quite enough damage to burst alone, as they do have that Rolling Thunder. So Thompson just gets absolutely melted, as now Divine Llama, he's found himself Zephyr over here on the side, gets a Squashbuckle to get the Scatter Blast. Now they are down 2. A nice call here coming out from Cuckoo. Manages to lock down Alex, hold up with that air splitter, and they get the dunk off on Alex. So they'll find an opening now. The hunt is on alone. Starts thinking about making the move. Sam has a little bit of an army over here, so they should be able to put the pressure finally down over onto this mid-tier 1. But they have to be careful. Again, Cuckoo jumping forward, sees himself alone, but they jump onto the back lines. They've made themselves a little bit of a bait and switch. A good stop, though, coming into play now. Cuckoo trying to run out, and he's not going to be able to. Just way too much damage coming out from Alone. A lovely cheeky play there coming out from Wildcard, having them put Alone up very front and forward, saying, come on, hit me, while Divine Llama and Sam jump over onto the back lines and focus down on these other heroes to separate.
It was an ambitious attempt there by Cuckoo going in for the call on the SF. I think if they did land the multi-shot from Drow Ranger, they could maybe have killed him with the dunk. But there was a creep wave in between. So Anna, he tried to multi-shot, but none of it connected onto the SF. So SF stayed alive and healthy, gets to channel out his ulti, and suddenly they're just getting everything they want for free here, right? They're getting the tower, getting kills, and T1 are not at all looking as dominant as we expected going into this matchup. Wildcard definitely looks like they found what was missing in their play.
Repent.
Up, oh, they run into Whitemon. This is very advantageous, honestly, for T1, because you saw they were beelining for Ana. Much rather lose that Elder Titan than lose your position 1. They do make their way over to the Roche pit. They get dewarded. But I don't feel like, with the Elder Titan dead, I don't think you want to go near this.
It's such a fast Roche too. They kill it very, very quickly. And it's difficult to go near it because both the tier 1 top and mid tower was removed. So you don't have easy teleport points. By the time they started going for that Roshan, even if tops and TPs, he would have to TP to a tier 2 tower. It would be too far to run. And like you said, Elder Titan, he's sort of the most important hero to contest Roche.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely one of the benefits of picking up an Elder Titan among some of the other very notable reasons.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
They do manage to get themselves a tower over in the bottom lane, so a little bit of a oh, I can never remember this word.
Radiant's
A consolation prize, that's what I'm thinking.
Radiant
There we go.
structures are
There we
fortified.
go.
Dire's bottom tower
It's
is under attack.
oh, a little bit of Gale and Venom ulti there. Just spells the Gale.
These illusions just chasing down Zephyr. Here comes
Radiant's
Divine
top
Llama,
tower
lands a
has fallen.
swashbuckle. Cookie up forward over onto the
Dire's
illusion, but
bottom tower
nope.
is under attack.
He's absolutely fine, this little Hydralisk.
And the tier 2 tower removed in no time at all. So now expecting Wildcard to want to make a move, even though they could hold this area and keep the triangle, I expect them to want to make a big move down into the Radiant jungle. So they smoke up, probably going to go in here because the goal is to take the outpost eventually. And of course, put your sights on the other tier 2 towers. So Whitemon, he's kind of gang tanking again here. Probably doesn't want to die, so he stands behind a tree.
I know. They need to cancel out that TP, and they just don't have it.
That was a good read by Whitemon. He knew this was coming.
Like you said, he is, you want that guy tanking the gank, not your position 1 or 2 if all possible, so.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah, but
attack.
T1, they are definitely struggling because now, after taking over the outpost, both Eve and Alone are just slapping into this tower with the SF aura minus armor for
Radiant's
the buildings as
bottom
well.
tower has fallen.
They take buildings so
Dire's
fast,
top
and
tower
they're in
is under
position. They
attack.
have Chen setting up for mid as well, along with the Snapfire.
I mean, this SF is just massive. Like, he's level 16, he's got an Aegis, he's got the most net worth on the board. It's gonna be quite the, okay, alright, you know, Cuckoo again trying to drag them a little bit further in because they have the tree volley. Thompson jumping in with the Avatos, but not gonna be able to land it correctly.
Big stomp there from ET, but doesn't really have anything to follow it anymore. They're gonna back out. I think they got what they wanted. Some damage on the tower. Just retreat.
Radiant's
I think these
middle
play
tower
boards are
is
still
under attack.
an issue, right? The fact that he's starting to be able to set them up, it makes it difficult to breach that high ground.
Yeah, totally agree that Venomancer is a very defensive hero, like defending areas, defending high grounds. He can be very obnoxious to deal with. Oh, Alone is sticking around in the enemy triangle here. He does have Aegis, so probably feeling confident because of it.
One of his lines is, "So what if I swagger?" Comes Divine Llamas, no one left over here, just rolling around, having a good time. Bit of a victory though for the side of T1. Now they don't have to worry about that Rolling Thunder for a little bit.
I honestly just realized why Wildcard are doing so well in this game. They drafted Morphling and they didn't drop a shovel, right? The shovel dropped on T1, so they don't have to worry about neutrals killing your carry. That is why this game is going so well for them.
Crack the code, Waga.
I have. So R&D, neutral items, just lucky.
Oh, all right, there's a nice little find here. They'll get themselves down. The Sapphire Kisses, though, doing quite a bit. Almost managing to nuke down Cuckoo enough as Divine Llama does indeed jump forward with that blink. He is silenced, though, as it feels like the rest of the team splitting up a little bit. Zephyr sitting a bit low. Divine Llama is very far from the rest of the team, though, so he is going to end up dying to Cuckoo. As in comes Eve, he waveforms forward, gets the kill over on Zephyr. And that's going to be the Aegis that gets popped now for Alone. But he's coming back up again, and they don't have their full team, so they'll just land a cheeky stomp. They're going to back off, not able to go for that mounted dodge on the Shadow Fiend.
Also really good fight though for T1, and they also get the dunks over on the Axe, so he gets a tiny bit of armor to help him survive better against this SF, because SF hits so hard right now. Axe is supposed to be this tanky frontliner, but I'm not sure you can be as tanky as your team wants you to be against Morphling and SF in this game. Any bit of armor from that ulti dunk probably feels very welcome for him.
At this point, T1 does feel a little bit like they're pinned in their closer areas of this map. Wildcard right now, though, they are pretty spread out. I would like to see them play a little bit more aggressively, considering the fact that they do have this lead. Whitemon, though, here on the top lane, I'm not sure if they're going to quite spot him.
He's hiding. He's trying to be sneaky here. I don't think they have any idea that he's in the area, so he can just sit tight. But at the end of the day, Wildcard are doing exactly what you were calling for. They're trying to move into enemy territory. They're using the Chen creeps and the Morphling illusions to send them first up on the high grounds. Not take any big risks, but still claiming the area that they feel they deserve.
I feel like they're so strong right now that it's a mistake to be playing too far back. It feels like a little bit of over caution in a sense.
They're waiting for timings right now. They have Morphling Aghanim's coming right around the corner here. They have 300 gold to go. And then Aghanim's is complete on Morph. He's going to be very, very strong. They also have the full blink diffusal on Pango already now. So he's ready to fight, along with a shard. That's a lot of value for him against Tiny as well. You could potentially dodge the Avatos if you immediately roll up when he blinks in.
Cuckoo.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
A little bit of a surprise there. Yeah, and like you said with the shards, we also see that Alex has picked up the Fire Snap cookie, which gives them a little bit more damage, which is pretty nice, and the increased jump range.
Yeah.
And a full silver edge over on Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. It's just great damage item, huge stats, and it can also potentially cancel some counter helix spins. Not too bad. I want to talk about this Tiny Aghanims, by the way. It's something that a lot of people play on the mid-Tiny lately, but in this game, physical damage against something like Morphling just struggles. You don't really do that much damage to him, so even though you're going to be able to deal with the Chen army, I suppose, and perhaps get some kills on Snapfire or Pango, you're not really threatening the big carry Morphling or even SF that much, since he has 24 armor.
What would you prefer to see Thompson do instead of the Ags then?
I mean, it might still be the best choice. It's just that for a mid-Tiny, there are not too many great options here to go for. You can't really commit into a full magic caster build, but maybe you could go for something like a Shadow Blade to look for Morphling on high agi, try and be more sneaky. I've talked about it before, how I always like having some source of Invis on your team. They currently don't have anything that forces that forces Wildcard to throw down more detection.
That is
Dire's
true.
middle tower has
You
fallen.
mentioned that, you know, if you can keep the supports poor, that gives you a nice little additional advantage. They're always trying to buy these things, but that's a little bit of a loot pinata found by Alone. Get the Cloak of Flames and the Psychic Headband.
Yeah. Nice drops for him.
Up. Do you have the Harpy just kind of wandering through? They'll drop some vision. And it's gonna be Sam who ends up tanking the gank. So you end up losing that position 5. Got a much worse. The waveform forward over onto Cuckoo. It's a lot of damage. They even go and they pop the BKB. Go, throwing down that Poison Nova. A good avalanche. The Cookie, though, forward alone does have the double damage. And Cuckoo almost managing to go and get that call off, but not quite. So those long-range Snapfire Kisses coming through. The toss over on Thompson says, get out of there. But now, he's stuck over in the river. So a couple clicks from this Ballista coming off from the Drow. Will be able to scare him away a bit, but he does have the roll. Caught in the corner. Oh, disaster. And the follow-up from Ana with the blink, making sure they can get the final hits off.
Oh, that was not the direction he wanted to get cookied right there. Trying to get out of that little situation on Pango, but I think
Dire's
still
middle tower
decent
is
for
under
T1
attack.
considering how far behind they are. They didn't lose anything valuable in that fight, and they got some kill for Axe again. But Wildcard, again, they have this SF and the Morphling. They have not been solved. They are both extremely farmed right now. Morphling hasn't died a single time, and Alone with a single death to his name.
Pretty impressive for a Shadow Fiend to be doing this well and not have...
I think what they need is Blade Mail over on the Axe and be able to catch the SF or Morphling in a call. It's pretty much what I'm looking for T1 to find here. Alone?
I will say, I was thinking about it. Oh, they dropped the sentry and they ping. They're like, oh, boy, that was close. One thing that I do like, though, is the fact Zephyr has picked up an early gem. And we talked about this, how it can be very undervalued in a lot of games. But when you are using this hero as a primary source of just getting information and also, you know, getting that vision, I think a gem is excellent. But they do end up handing it over to Axe. He is their main initiator. He's got to be able to see the Shadow Fiend. It seems like Alone is the public enemy #1 in this game currently, as they smoke on the side of Wildcard.
Yeah, you saw just how close it was to a big SF call. Ooh, they're wrapping in here, looking for any initiation from Smoke. Morph scouting them.
They know that they've dropped down these wards here.
Roche is falling during this. Alone is taking Roche.
You get over there in time, though. It feels like they want to do something, but not seeing the Elder Titan really.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
Yeah, it's too late. It's way too late, as they do use the roll over here on Divine Llama. There's the BKB from Cuckoo. He does not want to get blown up by these Snapfire Kisses. Not again. Just like that, Wildcard secures themselves the second Roche.
Illusion.
Yeah, they get the Roche, they back out safely. They're gonna regroup now and try and reset a little bit. Meanwhile, T1, I mean, they have everything ready. It's not like they're missing something. The only thing would be trying to farm up that Blade Mill that I was talking about, but it still feels like they can't get a grip on Wildcard at all. And a lot of it comes down to the positioning that I want to say Sam has had and Alex. Both of them have fielded their course in a good way.
What need have I for invisit?
See how low Zephyr was brought there?
Nice, actually.
Yeah, he is not very tanky.
He does look fairly in general.
A little Tranquil's Venomancer just sliding around with a Force Staff. It's not really your frontliner.
I feel like, again, like the way that Zephyr has been playing this has been more like the vision granter. The way that he's using these wards.
Pretty much. Right now we saw a Lincoln Sphere purchased by Ana, so this is because he wants to counter out the Morphling. There are not many things to block with Lincolns in this game, right? If you look on Team Dire, there are not many things at all that are single target, but there's one very important thing, and that is this Aghanim's Morphling. It steals so much of your stats, and that's the worst nightmare for a Drow Ranger. She wants to keep that Agi. So the Lincoln is a smart choice to buy here, but that means he's playing without BKB. So a big risk for him.
Radiant are scanning.
Like Wildcard, they're hungry, they're on the hunt, they feel strong, they have an Aegis, they have themselves the Aghanim Shard and Scepter on Morphling. So T1 right now kind of pinned into the base, but they have a Venomancer, which will make it more difficult for the side of Wildcard to crack into the area. And Thompson's getting bigger and bigger as we go on. Does have himself the completed Daedalus.
Yeah, now he could honestly do really good damage, even something like Shadow Fiend, which is probably why we're seeing Shadow Fiend also as itemization. He's heading into more armor now. He wants the Assault Cuirass, going for Plate Mail, tanking up really hard. So he's got 40 armor now due to the ice armor as well from Chen. Smart decision to keep the Ogre Magi in this game.
Fight breaking out as Cuckoo running into Divine Llama. Again, this time it's just going to use that BKB, run out, goes for the call play over onto Divine, but he's already rolling on through. He's just going to get some angles, move out, and does end up getting silenced, but they don't have that damage. They're not quite in the position to make things happen just yet over on the side of T1.
Interaction between calling Pango, because it's like you break his steering. He cannot turn the wheels anymore. He's just going straight ahead, and that's all he can do. It looks so funny. But he gets back safely as well. So nothing too big was lost there.
All right, so how does T1 approach this? Also, my question for you too, we talked about having the Axe possibly pick up Blade Mail, and instead he's opted for the BKB because he was having a lot of issues, right? He would initiate and then half the time just get blown up by Snapfire Kisses, but it doesn't look like he's planning on the Blade Mail. Do you agree with this choice?
No, the BKB was completely fine. He already had that. It's just, yeah, he's thinking about Force Staff now, which does help him get the initiation a little bit easier. He can sit farther back, Force Staff blink and catch, or use the Force Staff defensively. I think it's a good call as well. If he's relying on Tiny and Drow to do all the damage, which puts more pressure on them to be the ones to bring down the Morphling and the SF. I think having a Blade Mail could help, but we've also seen how fast the Axe has been shredded in some of these fights. So maybe he feels, oh, if I buy a Blade Mail, I'm still just gonna die too fast. So I can't tank enough to make use of it.
Entirely fair. He has had some very nice calls, but it's so difficult for the rest of the team to extricate him if things start to go a little bit hairy.
Yeah. Speaking more about tankiness, by the way, looking over to Wildcard, even Pango now buying this casual Plate Mail. He's gonna go Plate Mail and then Basher, and then his plan is to go Shivas after that. So they're adding a lot of bonus armor, which is great against Drow, because she can pierce your base armor. And just the tiny Daedalus Aghanim's combo, of course. Getting tankier against it, probably a good idea.
Somewhere Kevin is very, very excited that they picked up the Plate Mail.
And likes that?
Oh yeah. Purge is a huge Plate Mail proponent. But they'll find an opening here, and there it is. There's that act coming into play. They're going to just try to blow up Thompson as fast as possible, and they are able to do it, no problem. The Rolling Thunder coming in, no longer the BKB available over onto Cuckoo as it's going to timeout, so he's going to be the next one to fall. Whitemon stuck over on the side. 3 dead on the side of T1 in the blink of an eye.
And they're in a good position to push high ground as well. Morphling wasting no time, going up immediately.
Your words are unwelcome.
Again, he's still has the rest of the team. There's going to be multiple buybacks, though. They do not want to let them crack the space right now.
Yeah, they were hoping to catch the Morphling there because he Manta off the Venomous Gale, but he had latent toxicity on him. So he got stunned immediately when he used Manta. Maybe Axe and Tiny could catch him, but Snapfire is there. They have the Fire Snap Cookie and Force Staff. So, of course, they get out of there safely. And again, that was a really big blow to T1's economy. Using these buybacks, losing some heroes. They're just in an even worse shape than before.
I feel bad for because I feel like he's trying to do everything he possibly can, but it's just not proving to be enough right now.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, he had a good start to the game as well, but looking at him now, he's less farmed than the Chen. That's a big blow when Sam running around with Wraith Pact and Mech and 2.3k gold.
My Llama spotting out Whitemon, a big click coming out from Malone. Now the Rolling Thunder, Thompson nearby.
Oh no, he doesn't have buy.
More of these. Uh-oh, there it is. The Yule's follow-up. Cuckoo, though, getting into a nice position. position, but there's going to be the Fiend coming out now from the Shadow Fiend. The Requiem missiles doing a decent amount of damage, pushing everyone back. They're running for their lives. A good avalanche slowing them down, but there's a way from forward. He cleans up tops, and he fought back in that last fight. He is not going to be able to help defend these racks. And you can see Zephyr. He's trying to put down all these little Hydralisk little wards, but it's just too difficult with what they have being thrown into their base. Fortification. Cuckoo, he wants to do something. It's going to be really tough. Anna, though, is got the Shadow Blade, is going to just try to clean up some of these creeps. Do have the damage if they're able to get the call, but I'm not sure if they have the HP to keep this axe alive if he gets it. And indeed, that's what's ending up happening. A nice Echo Stomp, though, coming out from Whitemon will slow them down just enough. Eve making that shift is just going to go waveform, join up with the rest of the team. Does end up getting stunned like we talked about with that latent toxicity. But the damage is done here. They just need a little bit more damage over the other racks, but they do manage to find Alone. The cookie out 4, though, coming out from Alex. They're going to try to go for the dodge and can't do it, but in come the kisses. Can they finish off Cuckoo? He did just buy back earlier. They can't quite reach him, though.
My god, so close. Every single kiss is just barely out of range there from the axe. He gets force-staffed and even uses the Ogre Seal Totem to slide away from them. But they bring down the SF. They did not manage to save the melee racks, though, so they only have a very, very injured range racks on bottom and a range racks on mid now. Wildcard gonna buy back immediately and just go to Roche here.
That was a fast Roche respawn, wasn't it?
It was a fast one, but you know, because of him being up already, they buy back the SF and moving him over.
They're coming over.
Roshan has fallen to the dark.
See, it's just too fast, though. We have Refresher and Cheese over on the Morphling. I believe Lone has picked up the Aegis. And there's an Arcane Rune. Wildcard are doing it.
Yeah, T1 are trying to sit here instead of trap, but the Morphling Illusions coming in, scouting. Gonna get revealed. Yeah, this feels like a much more confident wildcard than the one that we saw yesterday. Yesterday, it was so much nerves. We talked about how they looked like they were definitely getting in their own head, and now it just looks like they're making very, very calm and confident plays. And they're definitely playing together much more than we saw them play before. So let's just see if they can close out this game as well. They're 21,000 gold ahead. They have the Refresher, the Aegis, the Cheese. Now it's just about finding the one move. They're drawing on the map to make a smoke move and go through bottom. There is no tier 3 tower. So the Captain Sam, he's saying, go here, go up on high ground, see who we can find.
Did hand off the Refresher shard to the Pangolier. I think that's a very good choice. It's the primary source of
bottom barracks has fallen.
Primary source of team fight besides Snapfire. Waiting patiently, though. They're trying to get the information from the creeps. Where are they? How are they positioned? Walking in. There's no one over in this bottom area. They're focused on other parts. In fact, the top part of the map where they're still clamoring together, apparently expecting that, you know, they're going to show up there, but...
Yeah, they're covering while Anna goes and farms the Ancients. Actually gets 2 drops there. I guess Ninja Gear, a very good drop for Drow Ranger as well. So it's quite important for him that he does this. He shows top. We should see Wildcard move over there.
And they're
allow him to be on the map.
Sitting nearby, over on the low ground. They don't have the vision available right now from the side of Wildcard. They don't have the gem.
He won't want to fight.
Nearby.
They want to go out and take this fight. A little bit hard for him, though. The Illusions, again, pushing them back.
Oh god, Sam, what are you doing? I feel like you don't want to be the frontliner here. You're very important as this Chen. You need to get the Hand of God off. You need to get the Wraith Pack off. All right, there it is. There's the Blade Mail over onto Cuckoo, and it is doing a decent amount of damage and just barely manages to go for the Mountain Dive, but end up losing Cuckoo. They're gonna keep rolling on through, seeing who else they can grab. That was very close here on Alone. I thought for sure that Aegis was gonna get used right there and then.
Yeah, that was a nice attempt, but again, he's so squishy on the axe, can't really stand against all the damage that they have on the side of Wildcard. And even if they got that kill, it would still only have been Aegis, and axe would likely have died. I appreciate the aggression, though. I mean, T1, if you play safe in the situation they're in, you're just gonna safely lose. You might as well go out swinging, you know, try your best to find a way back into the game here. But now 40 seconds, no axe.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's coming out now as they'll make the play over onto Eve immediately. Ana doing a decent amount of damage here, but not quite enough as Alone is get left behind. Gonna back off. Got those golems around too. Force Ana away. Continue to clean up these creeps. They don't want to let them into their base, and it is proving a bit more difficult this time. Feels like T1, now that they've got this damage over here on Ana, being able to just kind of multi-shot out, it's a lot scarier.
It's not trivial to push high ground against multi-shot, against the Aghanim's Tiny, against Venomancer putting down the wards, and then now with Axe respawning as well, there's the threat of the call. So maybe Wildcard do the right thing here and just being patient.
Dire are
We'll see if they have the discipline. I think they saw the courier flying out, looking for it.
Yeah, it's
Radiant's
got the
courier
recipe
has
for the
been
Swift
killed.
Blink on it.
Yeah, not gonna get that.
No, he's not. It's a little ambitious, I think, trying to send the courier out there. Cuckoo forward, but there's a rolling thunder coming out from Divine Llama, landing over onto multiples. And the BKB is out here from Cuckoo. This is not looking great for him as he's hiding into the tree line. They're pushing back the rest of T1 as they do manage to find Cuckoo. He's dead for another 52, and they'll use that refresher.
Radiant's top tower is
What a
under
man
Shard
to dodge by
out.
Alone.
There's Alone, just trying to see what he can find over
Radiant's
here.
top
Thompson
tower
over into the corner. He jumps in with the Divine
Radiant's
Llama.
top barracks
Alone
are
will get
under
yet
attack.
another kill, and there's going to be the buyback now on
Radiant's top
Tiny as they
barracks
rip through
has
this
fallen.
top racks.
Yeah, only mid racks remaining. It's 200 HP range racks. They could definitely just send in like Morphling with waveform and then BKB TP out possibly. Axe is dead. There's nothing that can really stop him.
Oh boy,
Radiant's
alright, he's
middle
feeling
barracks has
very,
fallen.
very
The
powerful.
Dire
Even
now
pops the
have mega
BKB. Thought he saw an opening, but they just finish up and they get themselves mega creeps. I like this version of Wildcard we're seeing. I like the aggression. I like that they're keeping up the pressure.
It's what we've seen when we were watching them. There was always this potential in them, but it felt like they couldn't really connect it. But this game, they've been playing really good start to finish here and very methodical in how they executed. That was a hard high ground to crack. They finally push high ground, and Alone with a very clutch Manta dodge against the Axe call. Cuckoo tried to catch him, but Manta dodge from SF, and suddenly that fight was just disastrous.
I'm hitting the dust here, I think by accident, but is picked himself up. I believe he got an ethereal blade that's coming out to him. Yeah, there it is. So Ana was going in, was looking for an opening, but the follow-up here from Alone, he does so much damage. Has to be careful though if Tiny is here. Clean up a couple of these creeps. Ana is going to be able to teleport out. They just barely missed Thompson, and now they're going to find themselves Cuckoo again. He'll go for the call play, dragging back Divine Llama. Alex, though, waiting patiently. Do have a cookie, so they're going to be able to leap around Cuckoo, and it's just so much damage that he just cannot absorb enough of it.
Yeah, this SF does an absurd amount of damage now that he has the Swift Blink as well. He still has the cheese for safety, even though he doesn't have Aegis now. And Eve is ready as well. BKB just came off cooldown for the Morphling.
Alone,
So he's
feeling
ready to
very
push.
powerful. Still has the cheese online. Start hitting over on the towers. I like how they just kind of ignore Eve here, as Eve just clicking back over onto Ana, but the follow-up from Thompson. Oh my goodness. All right, they get the kill on Eve. Gonna be the cookie out forward over onto Alone, landing the splitter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
I think you want to back off with your Morphling down, though.
That was a fantastic catch by them there, and he just wasn't ready on the Morphling. Didn't think that you could die that quickly, but you still have to respect the damage output that T1 have just based on Drow Ranger and the Tiny. Between the two of them alone, they can do so much, and of course, respect Elder Titan's natural order. This is what I was talking about during the draft, that playing Morphling into ET, it can work good overall, but you might just see him disappear. Yeah, that's what we just saw there. That's the Morphling disappear magic trick. Elder Titan special.
Sam, using a couple of these creeps to Thompson, although the Arcane Rune gets picked up by Alone. It's like he considers trying to maybe cross the river, but we'll think better of it as they go for another smoke play over on the side of T1. They do need to clean up all of these creeps, though, as they make their way forward.
Yeah, they pushed out bottom lane, and Thompson is going to be the one who is not smoked, so he's going to go for pushing down mid one more wave. His teammates are in the smoke and able to look for something. This is very desperate. You have mega creeps against you, so you don't have much time to look for anything. So you can't reach as far into the dire jungle looking for a kill. So not really gonna commit. They're just gonna try and farm up some creeps. Look if anyone is far out in this area. But wildcard, they're playing safe, methodical here. During Morphling being dead, everybody played as far back as possible, not to bleed more kills. You can tell that wildcard, they want this win. They really, really want this win.
Oh, for sure. Sure. I just realized that Tiny has a Wind Waker.
Roshan has fallen to the dire.
And Roshan gets bullied once again, goes down. This is going to be Aghanims now over for the SF. And of course, they still get the refresher, the cheese, the Aegis.
I'm not unprepared.
Find the opening, the initiation, he jumps forward, finds himself, gets a couple clicks off, turns his attention over to Thompson, and he does his own Avatos with the Hand of God, plus these hits. Again, that Wind Waker coming into play. Is it going to be enough to keep Thompson alive? No, he is going to fall, and he does not have buyback. Chase is on, now Hana's on a killing spree, does manage to get another kill, as we'll turn their attention over onto Zephyr. All the buybacks are coming out, though, from the side of T1. They know that they have to defend.
Yeah, this is already too late. They lost the Drow, they lost the Tiny. Axe and Elder Titan alone to defend against the entire team with Aegis.
It's too difficult. They'll buy back on Zephyr too. They're not willing to give up just yet, but it's going to be so incredibly difficult as Cuckoo does manage to get the jump over, but the follow-up hit that comes through the heels, that it is. There's the GG.
Wildcard Gaming victory.
Yeah, there you have it. They call it Wildcard. They finally get a big takedown here in game 1. Getting 1 win. They do need to secure themselves 2.
Polaris Esports turn to ban.
Probably not Beast.
Yeah, it's true. She just kind of takes your boars and beats you back with them. You can go for the Axis build in lane, but and you don't really bully the Faceless Void as much.
Yeah, especially when you have a Tusk as a partner, I don't think. Like, maybe you'll have a few moments, like a few minutes of glory, and then you run out of mana. They buy another set of tangos, and then, yeah.
Yeah, then
it's misery.
It's hard from there.
Yeah.
Couple of last bans, so they do actually take out that Venomancer in any case here for Polaris, so definitely identifying that. I was about to say Snapfire, because I think what Polaris are missing, especially because I don't expect this to be a Quas, Exort Invoker. I think Quas Wex is just a little bit better for professional Dota right now.
Oh, you think so? I think it's going to be Exort for sure. I think it's going to be Rush Midas Exort.
I mean, I'd love to see it. These days, I've learned to temper my expectations, but I'm not the most familiar with Polaris, to be completely honest. But I'd love to be surprised. I mean, I know like there's still some European invokers like Stormstormer, BCM. You know, they'll always go Exort, almost the case. But I don't know. I like to cover my bases. I'd still like to see a little bit more damage in Chrono, regardless.
Yeah. No, I feel this is one of those games where you go Midas on Invoker, maybe Midas on Void, and Magnus, Invoker, and Void, they just try to get as much farm as they can, all of them. Because you know, if the game is even at all, like 35 minutes in, you're so strong.
That team fight's gonna be looking good. Listen, I'm always down for an Exort Invoker. It's one of my more favorite heroes to watch. Just because of the damage it brings in lane, a little bit of kill threat, and of course the global potential. Bat Rider then, so it seems like they may have downgraded this Magnus, or is Polaris support Bat Rider something?
No, I don't think you can play support Bat Rider anymore.
Okay.
Like, because they've tried to nerf him, right? But so they nerfed him enough, so it's not really playable as support. But yeah, because it's kind of interesting. We didn't say, we said it earlier, right? But the Shadow Fiend is most likely the safe lane here with the Void Spirit mid.
We definitely should have brought that up, but that's pretty standard these days, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, Magnus 4, I'm guessing, and then with a Bat Rider. Yeah, I mean, it's actually kind of funny. It's a Force That's what I'm saying. Like he refuses to play bad matchups or like get a bad lane. Like he will not do it.
Yeah, he's like, no, pick Face's Void here. I want to last pick my hero, and we get to pick a good carry. Yes, and we get to pick a good carry. VG Gaming, they will respond in kind with a Night Stalker. That's an annoying hero for an Invoker, especially if you can't get the Snap Tornado off to increase the gap.
Yeah, no, so Vitch are definitely looking to play a bit faster paced here. Try to run them over. With Vision, and like all of their heroes have a bunch of spells, right? So it's a lot of damage coming out.
Yeah, the Vision game in particular is going to be looking pretty fantastic out from Vici Gaming. Polaris, you know, in comparison, are lacking. I think if this is to be an Exort Invoker, you can send forward, pardon me, some Forge Spirits to scout for you. Other than that, you're going to be depending on, you know, Ench doing Ench things and walking up cliffs, just expecting to live because of Untouchable and Nature's Attendance, or some really, really phenomenal warding.
I mean, wait, I have to say something. Like, it's actually a position 5 Magnus. Yeah, they're doing that, and they're doing 4 Enchantress. So yeah, I'm excited to see. I love playing position 5 Magnus. It's a bit, they nerfed Empower though, so it's been a bit worse, but should still be playable.
Okay. What are you looking to do here as position 5 Magnus? Are you looking for skewers back into tower and stuff like that?
Yeah,
or is
early game is definitely you're skewering back into tower, and more usually you get a kill or 2 every time. Like it's quite hard to avoid. But then later on, yeah, it's a bit harder. Especially now, like they countered Magnus quite well with the Rubik, and so we'll see what he does later on. Maybe just try to go for a Wraith Pact, something like that.
Totally.
We'll see.
I'm interested to see what they're going to do as well, as we can see all the heroes lining up, ready to go. I think what I especially like is that with the position 5 Magnus, you're going to be taking real good advantage of the first 5 minutes of daytime, where Night Stalker worth 3 points in a passive that does literally nothing for him. So that's going to be pretty cool to see. I like that. I didn't know you had tried out the position 5 Magnus, but oh, you know who else has tried it out a couple times? AU was Master Tier, Grandmaster Tier on the hero.
Yeah, nice.
Whether or not he actually can play the hero is not a question, but what is a question for you, Pylai Dai, is who's going to get the first barrack skill.
That's just whoever wins the game, you know? Let's go with Vici then. They won the first game.
Their push is pretty good too. Either team has, like, I would say, like, game-breaking push. Ench, you know, early's good. Invoker, it is Exort Invoker, by the way, so thank you for correcting me on that. He's going to be taking the field, so he's got some Forge Spirits to push with early.
Yeah, but let's be honest, right? There's a game now. This, like, if you win or lose doesn't really matter, right? Like, they're still through. Like, are you really gonna play Coswex Invoker with a Void? Like, no shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Even, you know what's gonna happen is Polaris, you know, if the game gets to this stage, even if they're losing real bad, Polaris are not gonna call GG until Invoker gets his Ag Scepter and they get off the combo at least once. And then whatever happens, they've already won.
Yeah. Okay, AU is starting with boots. Like, maybe it's just Savius is their Ench player? I don't know. We'll see what they do, because it looks like he's going safe lane with the Ench. And he's like gonna run around with Boots Magnus. Okay, 3 runes for Vici.
Start for them.
Oh, he skewered Shadow Fiend on the cliff.
Oh, it's a bit of a win there. He's gonna TP, of course. No, the stunts to combo, but slightly more annoying for him.
Okay, is that what it's what he's gonna do?
This is also this is also going to allow AU to block the creeps before at least Yang pushes
off.
Yeah,
but you see Erika blocking the creeps too.
So a nice response to make sure they don't have to see us under tower, at least for too much. On strike. Nice. I think XM, he's definitely played against a couple of Exort Invokers because he stood right next to the thing and tanked with it to make sure that Invoker didn't get the CS, but he also didn't get the deny.
Yeah.
Still a nice play mid.
Hey, you're gonna pull the creeps. Alright.
And with Brown Boots, I don't really think a Tusk can look to contest this reasonably. Even actually kind of invoked the wrath here of the Bat Rider. Gotta be a little careful though. Those sticky napalm now doing a bit of damage is making things a bit painful. But nice pull is gonna get the creeps right behind the tower. And that'll keep SF happy.
See, usually Coswex Invoker does really well mid. It's just gets that free regen, high damage. That's well versus most heroes.
And you're looking to get that Midas online to continue to scale, get your levels, more damage. You get that Egg Scepter online Midas. And then, of course, into the BOTs. Do you think that he needs a transition item after BOTs or just straight Eggs? Does he need like a Blink or a Sheep Stick or something?
I guess it will depend on what the game is looking like.
That's a good point.
I don't really know what the modern builds are. I don't think you go Axe right away, but I'm not sure. Maybe you do with Void.
Yeah, with Void, I've seen some, you know, hastier Eggs, of course, but yeah.
Really, like, okay, so the Magnus is basically not playing the lane at all. He just ran and stacked and took the 2-minute rune from the Void Spirit. So, and he denied the other one with the Forge Spirit. So like that's kind of cute. And he's sniping couriers now. He's just being annoying.
Ooh, that's real good though. I mean, he's not really expecting to do a lot in this lane. Force is probably like, yeah, don't worry, give me solo XP, I'll 1v2. And at level 3, he's gonna be really scary.
Skewer.
There's a skewer. The snowball, Yang though still underneath tower.
He's got 10 stick charges. Should be
stacks of Shadow Rays though is gonna at least give some pause to Force before he goes diving on that kill. I really like the move mid, especially because Invoker, you know, he doesn't usually lose the regen wars, but he's not interested in getting the bottle because he can just rely on Quas.
Yeah.
XM, though, he's going to find himself a little bit more parched if this continues, especially if they can come mid and deny at the 4-minute mark.
Yeah. No, yeah, I really like how he's playing this. It's just stacking. He's going to be quite low level, though, so that's the only problem for him.
You know, on the one hand, he's playing a great game. You know, here he is also getting the bounty rune, denying it for XM. But also, it does pain me slightly to see when Magnuses are reduced to simply just empowering machines, you know? Max empower, give it to your cores, and then maybe kind of waddle around and hope that you get a good RP off.
Yeah. Now, we'll see how he plays it. We can't be sure yet, but yeah. Most likeliest.
A bash for this poor man. There we go.
Nice.
There we go. And that's first blood.
I hope Bench makes sure here that she hits level 3. Has leech experience here. There's no need to be cute. Let's get your level 3.
Is that for the second point in enchant you're looking at?
No, it's you don't want to get too far behind on levels with Enchantress. It did not feel good. Okay, the rune, yeah. AU is going for the rune again. Yes, they're gonna deny him the rune again.
Yep.
Wow.
He might just pick it up this time, and of course, Olech is already denied it. Wow, that was real fast on the Forge Spirit micro, and didn't even skip a beat. Right back to CSing. Very nice in the mid lane, 24 and 5. Of course, he's got lots of damage, but Forge Spirit still a melee hero.
Yeah. No, they're playing this bottom lane really nicely.
Top. They can get a bash. Frisk though has boots. Okay. I think that means as a result, this Invoker's Midas is coming along very nicely. He's about halfway, a little bit less than halfway actually, for that recipe. So looking really good there for a decent time. Speaking of time, we are about to change from day to nighttime here. That's when, well, unfortunately for BAB, I expected there to be at least 2 points in Hunter of the Night. There's still only the 1. This lane has been really difficult here. Down a half level, isn't he?
They're doing okay. It's just the Rubik has taken more experience, right? They got a kill.
True. That's true.
They're definitely losing, but it's quite even. Okay. Yep. Nighttime, Savius. Ah, that was sloppy.
Comes for you.
That was beautiful from Vici. I choose to see the beauty in this world, Kai.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not. I don't know. Like,
yeah,
5 minutes. I mean, you're walking up with half HP. Come on, man.
I mean, I agree. I mean, listen, if Divine Caster can see, I mean, I'm just. But yeah, I mean, it's an opportunistic moment there for Vici Gaming. You can see AU continue to be very annoying, but Yang and Erica looking to close the gap. He does have the points in Skewer, but wow, that damage is immense.
Yeah.
And Erica is going to be coming a kill there for free.
Got his courier too. So what was I thinking about? Yeah, he got 2 points. I mean, I play a lot of Ench, right? So I'm looking a lot at this guy.
Okay.
So he's definitely going for a more carry-ish build. He's definitely still playing position 4 because he has 2 points in impetus now.
Yeah, I mean, he's actually got the Falcon Blade queued up as well. I usually see the power treads, not first, but power treads in the quick buy. But Falcon Blade here just to sustain here on the impetus shots.
Okay, they're going for.
And careful here. Okay, the time walk forward aggressively. That's a big burst of damage from the impetus level 2, but no bashes, no kills.
Oh, Shadowfi informing the stacks he worked so hard on.
Oh, that is sad. And even Erica's got himself a ward to keep himself covered. Pardon. He just needs probably another small. No, actually, he'll just get these with the right clicks. I thought he was gonna. Yeah, okay, he'll shallow raise him.
Wow.
Good money.
Yeah. Oh, So sad, man. He thinks he has stacks for his Batrider already.
Going to be sorely disappointed when those are missing. Speaking of missing, I did miss who got the first power rune. He was denied. Okay, denied by a Forged Spirit. It's down bottom. They do make a play now towards Yang. Whoa, the Shadow Rays is though doing some damage. That's only 2 stacks as well.
Yeah.
But 3 points in Shadow Rays really starting to chunk through these 2 bottom laners. Careful mid. Oh no, they're gonna be okay.
Get his Midas coming, right? So, he's having a quite cool game there on the Invoker.
And they're gonna make the jump. Level 6 for XM. Telekinesis at the ready. We'll toss him even further out of the tower. Into the snowball now. Cold snap here to try and stop XM.
Ooh, nice
Ice wall is gonna catch 3, and that gives great opportunity for Vici Gaming. For Polaris, that is, to get some kind of payback here. But do they have something they cancel the TP? Yes. A skewer there is gonna condemn Frisk. They do lose their mid laner in the exchange.
Yeah. At least he completed his Midas. He didn't use it though, but he got it.
Feels bad.
Yeah.
And maybe feels worse. As AU is going to end up dropping a second kill here for XM in quick succession.
Yeah. No, they don't know about this. It's a really nice ward placed there and stealing the stacks. It's a big play.
Yeah, by the time they go to deward it and pray that the stacks are still there, they'll be very disappointed that they're all cleared and only a couple of Wild Wing Rippers there to greet him.
Oh, when he got an Arcane Rune, okay. No, he's feeling good now.
An opportunity to potentially gank here. Still no point in Dark Ascension or the Science. Oh, while we're looking top lane, there's a Chrono first of the game into a Sunstrike, and kill actually goes towards Xavius. I think he got it with the Warpine Raider there.
Yeah.
Tossed him the seed shot.
No, I like it. Just use your Chrono, whatever.
Yeah, agreed. Getting a kill. You're killing this guy in
they're
nighttime.
keeping for him though.
He's
very
and
greedy.
it's the smoke wraparound with the Arcane Rune active. Natsumi, he's got a time walk, and it's not going to get off here. Great crowd control out from Vici Gaming. Snowball from Yang, and down he goes. 4 heroes here for it, though, but kills a kill.
No, that was good for Vici. Very greedy by him to just stay there. Oh, nice. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, that's a kill on Xavius. Let's just going to get away from this one. Sorry, man, can't do much. I'll take my Forward Spirit and go over here. Did get to use his Midas, and now he's going to be chugging along nicely here on this Invoker towards his BOTs, and then he's going to be a bit more active here around the map. But EAB actually is coming into the mid lane. Natsumi did TP in here, so they're going to chase him down. AU at the ready, as well as Ulich. He's got himself a Sunstrike, Cold Snap, Invoke. Still no points in Wex, so a bit more limited for his spell usage, but just with a Cold Snap, he'll be able to scare him back.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's
and Shattra's is TPing top. He wants to set up something here. Who doesn't want to TP? Batrider? Yeah.
There is a there's no lasso. He doesn't have a point.
Tower's dying though.
There goes the tower, and I think there goes Xavius. Yes. Batrider, can he get something done without lasso? It's not looking real good right now, especially as they're going to roll on over to him and find a kill. They've also gotten AU behind his tier 1 tower as he was struggling to defend. Does at least force Vici Gaming to back off, but 3 kills for Vici across the map, and a regen rune in the bottle for XM. He's been very fortuitous here with his runes.
Yeah, no, that's just very unfortunate. Like I get the play to set up top. There's 3 heroes mid, but they need more. They need like Invoker to TP or something. I don't know. Force didn't even get lasso right skilled. Yeah, he's just going for the farm build. So.
That's what I was personally surprised by, but we'll see what he can make work of there, going for his max farm build. Again, he might have been expecting those stacks. They're not there. That certainly stings as well, but continuing to try and make the best of things. Down bottom as well, Batrider, he's certainly a lane dominator, but he's not really a hero that, when left to his own, is going to want to push this tower. He can clear the waves, but that's all he really is interested in doing. Yeah. So Frisk is basically just getting free experience, free gold here, nearly at level 6, and decent amount of gold here for him. Some time to farm. It's always really nice. A breath of fresh air as a support, isn't it?
Oh, for sure. No, I mean, he was having a good time down there with Bat. He was pulling the wave and stuff, and then, yeah, you get dragged top. TP. You die, and yeah, your game is just very hard right now.
He's got a spell now to take away from this bottom lane. First usage of the spell steal, pardon. He's got Napalm. Nothing too major, but don't be confused if you see Polaris heroes with that orange number above their head now.
Oh. No.
What spells do you think he's really looking for this game? Sorry to cut you off.
No. I mean, obviously RP. There's Chrono. They're the big ones. Then, I mean, sometimes picking up a lasso can be nice. And a casual... I mean, actually... Wait, let me see. Yeah, and power is actually not too bad to pick up either. Yeah, Chrono...
Dire's top tower is under
they'll just take the kill. I mean, they'll get it. It'll take maybe one extra auto attack. The lift is not amazing, and unfortunately he couldn't seal Skewer in time. But a kill's a kill.
Going on mid, though.
Yeah, and now diving. Whoa, the damage on the Legend. Oh, no chance to cast as well. BAB's right on in there. It's approaching from the trees. Ichi Gaming quite interested now in taking this tier 1.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Although XM, he's alone here, but there is no there's no chrono. There is no RP either, actually. AU is level 6, but he's not yet skilled it. Maybe at 7? Yes, okay, now he has it.
Gotcha.
They have...
XM?
Nice.
Yeah, and just yeah, okay. Well, that looked easy there for Vici Gaming, and in reality, or sorry, for Polaris, and actually it was. He just kind of walked up to them.
Yeah, he managed to steal RP though. Not the biggest steal this early, but it's something.
Keep our eyes up for that. Good catch. That always eludes me sometimes, especially in the early game.
Yeah.
Yeah, just looking at what Xavius has, again, going for this more carry ench. I think during the T1 series, you were commenting on how the White Mon Enchantress was not Puppy Ench, you know, not lots of damage. This is not Puppy's Ench, or this is Puppy's Ench, very similar. I think Puppy likes to go treads, and there's actually no boots on this Ench, but regardless, it's, you know, impetus, damage, you know, looking to do things in the medium to late game, the mid to late game, and actually scale.
Yeah, I mean, you can do it in different ways too. Like you can still have a couple of points in heal or whatever, but yeah. Okay, they're killing Batrider, it seems. Yeah. But yeah, this is definitely the most greedy build. Like no points in heal. Actually, no point in ultimate either is very very strange to me at least.
It's just farming. Natsumi is doing the same, but he is at least imbued with the empower of Magnus, so he does get through this triple stack of Ancients. It costs him a lot of his HP, but that's what it's there for. That's why you have HP regen.
Yeah.
He's got a bit of lifesteal anyway.
No, I mean Polaris are just in a position where everyone just has to try to farm. That's they have to look in the future. Like they're looking at least 25 minutes plus, hopefully 30 minutes plus, and that they've kept up in farm at least decently well. That's
doing well so far. The only thing, Erica is starting to make a little bit of a break for that position in net worth. He's slowly increasing the gap now that he's got his own Mask of Madness online. BKB soon for him, as they do get yet another kill there onto AU.
Yep.
Out the ward. I want to see what Batrider is going, or sorry, Batrider, make that Night Stalker. Something coming to him, but nothing big queued up for him.
No, he has Blink Dagger coming.
Ah, okay, that's where I was. I was trying to find his courier. Yeah, that's pretty big.
Yeah, I mean they'll just keep going. Like whenever Vici want to kill someone, I'm pretty sure they can do it. And then Polaris just have to be spread out and farming the rest of the map.
Making the best of the space that whoever's death is gonna buy them.
Yeah, exactly. No, it's fine because everyone is going for items. Even like Magnus is trying to get a Blink Dagger, right?
Yep.
So...
yeah. Oh, well, here they go. They're gonna make a play. Well, at least the three of them. That Simi's gonna continue hitting Ancients after he receives now the maxed Empower.
Yep.
And here in the mid lane is Rubik. It still has... Oh, actually, he didn't even use RP. He stole Forward Spirit.
Yep. No, I mean, they can't really catch anyone, right? They're getting Blink on back, though, so then maybe they can get some pickoffs at least.
Gee, they're also looking to maneuver around here. There's a pesky Forge Spirit that got enchanted running around in the midst of things. We'll be able to get now up into the enemy triangle where they see a half-farmed stack of Ancients, and that's always kind of bad news. That's when you know that this smoke action is not meant to be. Find someone's leftovers.
Okay, he's got Blink Dagger coming in force. They wanna... Night Stalker sniffs it out.
Radiant are scanning.
Magnus as well with his own Blink Dagger. It's naturally nighttime, but he also has the Dark Ascension for the increased vision and flying movement. Bottom. A player was pointed here, diving for Natsumi. There's a ward that Yang is just staring at. Of course, he doesn't know it's there, but he's just staring there.
But the whole Vici team is there ready.
And here they go. Yeah, the ward didn't certainly pick up that Blink Dagger from BAB. That's a kill. And oh no, they could be looking for more. Lullich in some trouble, focused down by XM, and he's gonna pick up that kill with a nice second Astral Step. Showing off that newer Witchblade since we've last seen him.
Yep. I think Xavius might no ulti, so it's definitely that.
Yep. There he goes. Level 7 and Force. He's roaming around here, smoked up, maybe tried to find an angle into that fight, unfortunately. His Blink Dagger reveal's not going to go as well as Night Stalker's. still is pretty potent here if his team wants to fight around him. Zayu kiting around the Night Stalker, but he's just so fast.
Yeah, unfortunately, this game is looking quite similar to game 1, where Polaris are just, they never get to do anything. They're kinda just farming.
But not gone.
And Vici are always ready to fight.
Yeah, still nighttime as well for 3 more minutes, and then they're gonna probably have another Dark Ascension ready. Oh, okay, but they've got vision here on the Void Spirit, so they're gonna throw forward a Meatball and a Sunstrike. That's a kill onto XM. Big one of that. The previous 2 Chronos have been onto supports, but this is a much bigger catch.
Yeah. I have to say though, like this, it's way better to play this type of game with these heroes than a Luna and Visage. Because, yeah, Chrono and with the Batrider and Invoker is it's way scarier in the late game than Luna.
Yeah, I mean, and this Ench is going to be a force to be reckoned with as well.
Yeah, perhaps.
I mean, hey, who knows, right? I'm trying to build up some hope for Xavier, who still does not have brown boots.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, I do this sometimes too.
Okay.
You're quite fast, so. But I mean, the treads are good though, so I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking about, just the damage, attack speed, but nah. Okay, for now, finishing off the 4 staff, which is, I'd say, a more important item than getting treads online at this stage.
Yeah.
This is the, no, guys, I'm a support, I swear, special. Look, I bought 4 staff.
Natsumi not interested in fighting, getting out of there. He's gonna have BKB. That's something.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he's also got a Walrus on top of him. Walrus punched and killed off. Initiation's a bit better here so far from Vici, but BKB, forced to BKB rather, is Erica. He was lassoed on back, and his life threatened. RP and lasso used there, however, and not picking up a kill, or nothing to show for it even.
Complete vision of this void here.
They have enemies as well coming again, but he's got a BKB, so he's going to look for some bashes here. Of course, let the Semmelite quite annoying. BAB waiting to make the jump in, has a Dark Ascension.
They're going to go for it.
He's going to go for it. He's got a silence as well. No more BKB here for Natsumi. That means he can't jump away, but he's kind of jumped alone here, this Night Stalker. Now here's some support. XM has only 1 Astral Step, so he's got to be a little bit more wise with the usage. There he goes now, onto Natsumi. They pick up the kill. Sunstrike is going to whiff, unfortunately, and it looks like there's more damage to be dealt here by Vici as XM uses another Astral Step. Down goes the Invoker. Xavius doing what he can. Finally has the point in Untouchable. 4 staff used, but still killed by Erica.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's what you said, right? They used every ultimate they had on Shadowfiend bottom. He didn't die. Then you can do these crazy plays where you're just diving a tower. Yeah, Force is not interested in TPing in, and neither was the Magnus. So,
And,
time to pick up Roche.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that. But yeah, it's as you say, you know, the team's just kind of coordinating. I'm sure that was Erica saying, guys, they used everything, just do whatever you want. Dive top, you know. XM waiting for his team, very patient to set this all up. And the dive under tier 2 tower, successful.
Silence.
Yeah, I mean, just you try to TP in there and help him out, but it's not happening. You're all just getting cleaned up.
Good old savior buddy syndrome. And unfortunately for Natsumi, that's his first BKB. He still dies, drags the team into a bit of a loss. As you can see, Vici ecstatic being able to dive underneath tier 2 towers this early on. He is going to be not so pleased with his results. Really wish that Polaris, you know, they could have mustered a bit more of a defense, but like you said, they used everything.
Yeah.
How much more? Oh, but AU's got a blink now.
He does.
So he's got blink RP, yeah.
And Invoker's got his blink. Midas travels.
Illusion.
Seems like he queued up BKB now and then agate him, so...
Yeah, and I'd say that's definitely wise. I think at this rate, Vici Gaming, especially with the net worth lead they've accumulated, you're not likely to find a big 5-man chrono. You're going to be chronoing 1 or 2 people at a time until you can more equalize and take fights better. So a single Sunstrike enough there, I reckon. Important for the Invoker to be able to live as well with BKB. Though, of course, this Tusk is still going to be a bit of a problem. BKB TP just not an option here versus Vici.
Okay, so they smoke up. Let's see, they have Chrono, they have Lasso, and RP. See if they can... He's trying to... Yeah, nope.
Ooh, the reactions. Oh, the reactions in time, though.
Yeah. Cast range on Lasso is not... it's not the best. Oh, and they have this board here.
Radiant are scanning.
Cliff board, a Tinker board on Tinker. I mean on Invoker.
I don't think they have a sentry, so they don't quite see him.
But they scanned him, so they know he's there.
Gotcha.
This is going to be an incredible jump by Vici. BAB's got Dark Ascension. He's got Basher already on this Night Stalker.
He goes.
Now they see him. Uh-oh. Oh, they lost vision. The Sentry. Oh, first hit Bash. Okay. Sometimes, some games are just not meant to be.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Unfortunate. That ward, man. That ward.
Little Tinker Ward. Vici just kind of acknowledging the state of the game and what options that Polaris have open to them at this stage. Taking, you know, as you call them, 5v5 honest fights. Not very likely to go well for Polaris. Much more looking for pickoffs, and failing that, you know, as we saw mid, looking to split push the waves and punished there.
Yeah, I mean, they would be down to take a 5-on-5 fight if, like, Vici just stood, like, tried to push their high ground, right? They just stood there, 5 people together. Then they can fight. You can get cool 5-man RPs, you can get Chronos, but you're not gonna get those fights most likely. So.
Dire's structures
and that's what I was, you know, trying to refer to earlier. Like Vici, they don't need to all be on the high ground. There's an item advantage. They don't need to do that yet. I mean, especially with how clinical they were in game 1, especially closing.
Oh, they're setting up bottom here.
Wow, there's gonna be a Requiem. No way, not Sumi. Oh, he's just dead instantly. The fear as well. It's gonna catch Lich and AU. AU at least able to escape a bit better, but there is no running here, Pi. They're gonna catch Invoker lurking down bottom a second time. A hopeful counter initiation shut down. The Shadow Blade reveal here of Erica.
Yeah. No,
maybe more damage? No, okay.
Nothing going for you.
Ooh, there's a blink on the way for Yang. I believe in his courier, indeed. So he might be tempted to give up the chase. There's, of course, a trail of flames. It's leading him towards his mark, and a ward that's about to expire. I don't think Force is going to get out of here in time.
Yeah, no, Vici is doing whatever they want, moving across the map.
Tempest dealing literal tickle damage to SF, but he out heals it. Takes down a tier 2.
No, I mean, it's funny because like there is this potential. They have these really big spells, right? So theoretically they could hit them and get something going, but it's just very difficult with Night Stalker vision, Aegis. Everyone has Blink Dagger. Like, it's just here they go. They smoke 2 heroes here, right? Yeah, Batrider. Oh, okay, 3 heroes. Void is smoke too.
Oh, you know what they say, Pi. The last thing you lose is hope, right? You always can string together some sort of team fight. And now they've got the catch they were looking for on BAB, using their vision advantage. BAB is gonna try and TP away. Yeah, no chance. Bash, cold snapped, and killed. Polaris are not gonna let that happen right in front of them. No way.
Let's pick up the double damage. Let's go.
Things it's scary here now. You know, there's more than just a chance. There's a real possibility that Polaris can take a mega team fight for themselves. DD and Cleave. Oh yeah, there's the
Shadowfield still has Aegis for 20 seconds, so I wonder if he wants to bait a bit here.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tsunomi still just lurking. Half duration now on that DD rune. Pardon. BB's up in 20. Spy back.
Middle tower has fallen.
Vici content to just let the tower fall. That is at least until Elich makes the jump. Ooh, snowball though, but it's going to actually force the Tuscan a bit too deep. That might just be the death of him, trying to make it uphill.
Chrono,
that is no safe recourse for him there. Chrono is going to be able to catch the Rubik, but there's no immediate follow-up, and I think that's because Invoker was too busy casting spells to kill Tusk. Now they're going to find the SF. He was trying to sneak around the fights. The bashes. Oh, RP not even necessary. He's going to cancel that. XM jumping in, trying to finish him off. Not going to get the job done. Witchblade damage over time, actually. Going to get the nice job there. Force looking for something else, but he's out of spells and very low on mana. They'll be very pleased with that pickoff on the SF.
Yeah, ecstatic, honestly. That is the best they can hope for. But you can also see how like cheesy these heroes are. Like he has what does he have? He has BKB Mask of Madness, right? And even a Shadowfiend with 15k net worth, you put Alacrity on the Void and like Shadowfiend will just be permabashed.
He just melted as well.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary. No attack speed and chrono talents taken. We're not even at that stage of the game, and it's been even nerfed. But like you're saying, Mask of Madness Alacrity more than makes up for it.
Yeah. No, so like if you let Polaris use their spells, like, it'll be bad.
Oh, wow. Wow. The vac blink from BAB. BAC for BAB, but just another kill for him going towards XM. Really good job. Obviously the smoke breaks. You figure someone's in the trees. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Polaris, just keep playing like this. Hope you don't fall too far behind in net worth, and then
I mean,
use your broken R spells.
Stabilized in terms of net worth slightly, right? Erica's
okay, there's some potential there. Unfortunately,
mid?
Mid?
Nope. High. Oh, okay, good.
No, I'm looking top here because they're gonna RP, but they don't have detection, I think.
And the SF, maybe they don't need it. No, they needed it. Oh, he's even looking to turn. Oh, look who's here, baby. The insta-stun and killed off. Not even AU's gonna survive to tell the tale.
You can see there, just as AU dies, the dust gets delivered. Quite unfortunate.
That one does hurt. That one hurts. Would have made a bit of a difference there. Erica free to just channel the spell as he pleased, and oh, that's gonna be a kill there. I don't know if the BKB was ready and off cooldown, if I'm being honest, but with all the follow-up that they had, I don't think it was possible for Faceless Void to be able to make it out alive. Force now is going to be the next to be pursued and killed off. Xavius is scouted in the meantime. Do they have a stun? Yes. A Yule Scepter here, courtesy of, I believe, the Rubik. Yes, indeed. It's going to cancel that TP away. Level 2 untouchable now, so it'll take some time.
Top tower has fallen.
Eventually, Pi.
Don't run off.
Eventually. They're going to get the
There he goes down.
So, you know, you've said you play a lot of Enchantress. What are you thinking of in those moments in your long, dying breaths?
No, you're just blaming your team, you know, like, come on guys, I'm living so long, do something.
A bubble from the void.
Maybe not in this game. In this game you're probably thinking about like, man, maybe I should have done better in lane or something. I don't know.
Well, he's got boots now, so now even I can't blame him. It's unfortunately, yeah, he's damaging Chrono though. I mean, he is some serious damage in Chrono if they can string one together. And now, as Vici Gaming have to wait approximately 3 minutes, it's almost a max Roche spawn timer, if not one of the longer ones. Then Polaris, you know, they've got their spells. They're going to be able to wait for RP to come off. They can
time to smoke. Here. Yeah, let's go. It's difficult in nighttime though, but there's always potential.
Made more difficult now, BAB with a BKB delivered, and Void Spirit with an Arcane Rune active into the fight. He will jump. Force, though, looking to try and drag him back towards his team. Lars still smoked up. Oh, Aether Remnant catches him. Over the cliff he goes. Now stuck on the cliff. Force Staff, another Aether Remnant to go to another Force Staff, broken and killed. XM with kill credit there. XM who seemed to be trapped there in the Ice Shards, however. Sunstrike is going to be definitely avoided by Yang with the RP. BKB comes up by Erica, so he's not going to be skewered back, but it's BAB who pops his BKB versus Natsumi's. Gets a bash. Natsumi's got a just as good a chance as well, but didn't find a single one there in the exchange, and now they're on the run. In fact, he's been caught. No more BKB. Aether Remnant perfectly placed to connect, and it's going to be XM on a wicked 6 streak. My goodness. Polaris, they just can't find the opening for their spells, Pi, and I don't think high ground is too safe for them here. There's going to be the break. XM jumping forward. A kill there.
Oh, stolen skewer.
Stolen skewer with style. XM's going to pick up the 3rd kill. Assists by Frisk, and yep. Someone's looking very similar to game 1.
Yeah. No, you're right. They have all these cool spells and stuff, but it's too difficult to use. Like, they're just trapped in their base.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Very nice. Thompson walks into a silencer.
Silence. It's like he's a little bit nervous about this. As Divine Llama finally gets a kill on Zephyr, but they'll go use the steering chains over to Thompson. They need to finish him off. They need a little bit more damage. Boyle ending up snapping. Although he really wants this, though, is going to just make his way over, get the slight, and find a kill.
And this is an aggressive game. He doesn't have a single point in phase shift on the puck, so he cannot evade. Else you could maybe go for some nice timing and evade the Sleight of Fist, but no, there's no way out of it. Difficult skill to evade, so I understand not putting any point in it, but he is really struggling now. Only level 6 on this puck, as compared to the almost level 9 now on Ember.
Is under attack.
More pressure being placed on Eve as they continue to follow him. Be able to go grab the cogs, they'll put down that kinetic field too. He's still managing to maybe get away. The glimpse now they get the kill on PL as Alone trying to clean up over here. We'll find Whitemon. They land a fissure over onto Cuckoo and Zephyr. Can they grab anyone else though is the question. Alone is hunting, does not have any more of these remnants up though, so
Dire's middle
we'll
tower
just
is under
probably
attack.
go back to Zephyr grabbing up that he didn't actually. Alright.
Yeah, he stole
Arcane
it. The sleight of
belongs
fist.
to Alone.
He sleight of fisted in, picked the rune during the sleight of fist. It's a really cool trick that you can do with Ember. So that's a neat little play there. Gets the Arcane rune, and of course they get the kill as well. Alone having a fantastic start this game. Wonder if he's gonna go something like Travels to be more active early, because he really has to be everywhere, it feels like.
I feel like Travels wouldn't be a bad thing for him by any
Dire's
means.
top
As Cuckoo
tower
goes,
is
he
under
pops
attack.
that flesh golem, trying to stay alive a little bit longer, trying to just make some space at this point. Gets a couple more stacks of K, but at the end of the day,
Dire's
Alone is on a
middle
mega
tower
kill
is
streak.
under attack.
Bottom lane, a little bit of pressure being placed over onto Ana. Looks like Divine Llama, though, is just more than happy to continue to hit the creeps
Dire's
as they smoke up
structures
around
are
this mid
fortified.
tower.
Oh, Alone. This is dangerous. He's coming in mid. It might
They
get
have
coiled
Static
here.
Storm too. This is very scary. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Global Silence is gonna get used as and try to buy a little bit more time here for Alone, but they just have too much damage. Thompson gets the kill. Sam joining into the fight. Let's have to be careful. The rest of the team not really in position. Not a lot of mana over here either. So they get the glimpse back right into those power cogs. Thompson jumping on in. Zephyr will get the kill with the battery assault.
T1 with some big moves right now, putting down the
they
tombstone
dropped
as
it.
well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They want Alex, and they want to make sure that he can't defend, but in comes Thompson. They have that nice ward here. They've got the vision. Waning Rift forward. Alex still trying to hide underneath his tower. Not sure if he's going to be able to make it in time. He tries to go for the juke, and he can't do it. Thompson's just got his number. Eve now
Radiant's
is over in
top
his jungle.
tower
He's
is
got to
under
be careful, though,
attack.
too.
Beautiful play right now by T1. Very active and recognizing that
Radiant's
mid tower is
bottom
where they
tower
want to
is
play.
under attack.
It's going to go down to just a
Dire's
few
middle
more right
tower
clicks here
is
as
under
well.
attack.
All this time is time that they're taking
Dire's
attention
middle
away
tower
from the
has
fact that
fallen.
Morphling is farming up.
Radiant's bottom tower
Sure, there's a
is
PL
under
farming
attack.
as well, but Morph is slightly ahead here in terms of farm. He also has 5 kills. So 6.3k net worth already.
Yeah, this feels like a totally different game now for Ana. He struggled very hard in the first game. Oh, here we're seeing, you know, Bylom special throwing out the spikes. They use the Dream Coil over on Alone, and there's not too much that they can do. They do have the Echo Slam if they want to go for it. Alex trying to get a position, but he realizes that if he goes to the Echo, they just don't have the follow-up damage. It's going to get glimpsed back over into the Surge. Goes for the Echo anyways, hoping maybe he can at least get Thompson, but no, he cannot finish him off. So the Echo Slam is down for the side of Wildcard. And
bottom
T1
tower has fallen.
happily will take another kill.
Yeah, that was beautiful, and this is also what I like to see about Morphling. He can be a great hard carry sitting and tucked
Dire
back
are
and just
scanning.
chilling, but he can join the fights early as well. This waveform and adaptive strike hurts a lot, and right now I think Thompson is making moves happen all over the place, and Wildcard need to find a way to bait them and shut this down. They have Global Silence coming off cooldown now. We're gonna look for perhaps a pick on Cuckoo bottom, but they need to find a way to stop Thompson from making all this space happen for Morphling.
I'm gonna pincer over onto Sam. They have some good vision here. They get the glimpse back. Vylama is nearby, but it's just too many people. You can see Alone. They was considering jumping in, but not with that many people. Not by an outpost that they control and that anyone can teleport to.
Yeah, it looks now like Anna's made his move up to take over the top area. Meanwhile, everyone else in T1 is looking to contest the Broodmother in the bottom part of the map. We talked about how Broodmother is supposed to create space for her carry to farm, but honestly, I feel like Divine Llama is having a pretty rough game here. He died 3 times. He's the least farmed out of all the cores right now, so creating space is pretty difficult for him.
Zephyr in possession of the Invis finds himself stamped. Sam immediately dropping the sentry ward, but the follow-up is fast and furious, and that's another kill here for Thompson.
Yeah, a little bit of a fortunate Invis rune there. Going in and getting the kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's such an aggressive game, but they do not have an urn on the side of T1. I feel like there could be a lot of value in just having an urn or something on the Clockwork. He decided to go for a Falcon Blade in this game.
Huh.
My life.
Not too common on support.
I was about to say, as Divine Llama gets a kill on Disruptor. But what's the... So for those of us who are not familiar with the pickup, why
Dire's
would be the
top tower
reasoning?
is under attack.
For the Falcon Blade here?
Yeah, for the Clockwork to pick that up.
I mean, personally, I don't think that I'm entirely behind it. It does make you a little bit tankier in terms of max HP. You get the convenient mana regen, but I don't think you make that much use of the 14 damage on Clockwork, so I personally would not have gone for this item. I think Urn is just a better alternative. Because you get similar mana regen, you get decent stats, and then the active of the Urn, I think it's just so valuable in a game like this. And it's a lot cheaper, or, you know, slightly cheaper at least. It's like 200 gold cheaper than the Falcon Blade. But when you have 18 kills in 15 minutes, how many Urn charges you can get in a game like this? If you spam 2 of them all the time, every single time you kill something. 2 Urn charges per
I mean,
kill.
yeah, with the amount of fights that are going on, you will have a lot of Urn charges, and you'll blow through those very quickly, too.
Yeah. Something I want to talk about is this game alone. We were talking about how maybe he will go for something like the Butcher Travels to be able to be more places. He has gone back for Power Trades, first of all, in the Ember Spirit, which is a decent fighting item, but not something we always see. And then he's sitting at 2.6k gold, saving up for a first item BKB. And this is really a sign of how scared he is from the Disruptor and the Puck. Playing Ember into this, it's almost impossible for him to go into a team fight without BKB. So an option could have been going for the Yule Scepter, perhaps, but this is going to be item for team fighting. I think he should just buy the components already, though, because he's running around with a lot of unspent gold right now. And in this aggressive of a game, you need every penny working for you as soon as possible.
I'm almost wondering if he's still debating on, do I want this BKB or do I want to transfer into something else? Like, he's got all these... Alone apparently is singing, but not to those guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
boy.
singing a bit into all chat as one does, to confusing the
that's totally
opponents.
normal.
Yeah.
These kids and their music, my goodness. But yeah, that's the only thing I can think of why he has not purchased some of these items. Is because he's not sure, perhaps he wants to go for the Yule Scepter or...
Could go Maelstrom, could go for a lot of things still.
Yeah.
But I think he feels a need for this BKB, and that's why he's committed to it. You can at least buy the Mytho Hammer and be committed to either Maelstrom or BKB. Or you can be Ultra Chad and buy the Maelstrom and then just disassemble spam every 10 seconds. And then you have your Mytho Hammer when you want to get the BKB, and you enjoy the Maelstrom all the way up until then. It takes a lot of min-maxing though, it's really tedious. But it's something we saw Pure do on his carry Windrunner recently. Some other players do it. It's a funny trick.
Very cool one, to be sure.
Yeah.
And then he
What we
failed
have-
once, and then you're stuck with the Maelstrom instead. And you're like, oh, well, no
Dire's
BKB
top
for
tower
me.
is under attack.
Well, I guess this is my decision. This is how I live now. But well, let's take a look at what we have for items coming up. So Eve, he does have the Diffusal completed. It's going to be continuing into the Yasha. We've got Alex, who's got big aspirations, big dreams over here on the Earthshaker, but is pretty far away from the Blink Dagger.
He does have the shard though. The important thing is that he went for shard first. This is the build that, you know, we saw Seb, I believe, was one of the players who started really the trend of going for this. But just by having the shard, you don't really need to have Blink Dagger. You can walk in on top of the Fissure, and it's quite nice. Reduces the cooldown as well, so your Fissure is more effective.
Silence!
Fissure here over on to Kiku. To hold him in place a little bit longer, but they decide, alright, you know, that's enough poking. Alone having that Remnant up just decides, let's back off. And he is committing to the BKB.
Yeah,
But I've just been told that we're on the A stream right now, so welcome everyone. We have quite the series
Radiant's
going on.
middle
We've
tower
got
is under
T1
attack.
versus Wildcard, and
Dire
Wildcard
are
took game number 1, so we're waiting to see if we're going to end up in tiebreakers. If they win the second match, that will push us into the tiebreaker zone, and I think surprise a lot of people.
The commitment here going in for the Roche, trying to take it down. I don't think that
Radiant's
Wildcard in
middle tower
any
is
position
under attack.
to contest this though. Looks like it's gonna be safe. I like the positioning by Whitemon here as well. They're standing outside, just revealing if anyone comes to contest. But this is gonna be a free Aegis. Probably gonna put that over
Dire's top
on
tower
Anna's
is under
Morphling.
attack has fallen to the
And
Radiant.
they'll be ready to start cracking at some tier 2 towers as well now.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Definitely a
Radiant
different
are standing.
tempo-paced game here for the side of T1. They're able to be the aggressors, and they're able to make these plays, as before they were just very much reactionary to what Wildcard had. So, a couple of these remnants up. Divine Llama here, just going to continue to
Radiant's bottom tower
do some farming,
is
pick
under
up the
attack.
bounty rune. T1 slowly making their way, combing through the jungle.
Yeah, they're going behind them. They
Getting
might
nice.
get a nice connection here. They're still heroes, but they're starting to TP out, realizing this is not the place to be. Eve, you need to get up, man.
Oh. Nope, Eve's not going anywhere because he is going to get Dream Coiled up, and they're just going to burst down this Phantom Lancer. It makes me wonder if he hadn't gone for that doppel, if they would have been aware, if they would have been able to just back out, but...
I don't think so. That was just a coiled straight into the tree line, like, you're there, I know it now. And they get that big payoff. So first Roche and now this.
Get themselves a nice pickoff, probably the most valuable pickoff on the map. You have to be very happy with that. But Divine Llama is going to do a little chopping over here onto Ana. Does realize, okay, there is an Aegis on this Morphling. It is not
Dire's
worth the
bottom
time
tower
right now.
is under attack.
Yeah, they're probably gonna have to dodge a little bit. I mean, they don't have the Blink Dagger on Shaker. They're smoked up, but they don't have a great way to take a big team fight. So Wildcard, if they look for anything now, it should be a pickup on perhaps the Puck, who is hanging around in the top area. They have Global Silence, and there's no way for him to dispel.
It is so difficult to get your hands on a Puck, though. You have to plan everything just right. So it's like, look at this. He finds Sam. Sam immediately says, yeah, nope, I'm not ready for this. I don't want this. But a little bit of an invasion going on into the jungle coming out from the side of T1 as they were hunting for Eve again. But looks like most of Wildcard has just vacated this general area. And you can see Divine Llama just trying to make that space, trying to continuously push this bottom tower.
Yeah, pushing the tower and also spreading out all
Dire's
the
middle
spiders
tower is under
to
attack.
get as much vision as possible into a tree line. He is going to reveal some people around mid now as well. They're sieging up for that tier 2 tower. I don't think Anna is scared of anything. Oh, Alex, this is not a
Radiant's
fun
bottom
matchup.
tower is under attack.
Okay,
Uses
okay.
the Echo
Dire's
Slam on him.
structures are
All right.
Dire's middle
I like
tower
the
is
attempt
under
though. He
attack.
fishes into a tree line with a shard so he can
Radiant's
walk
middle tower is
over the
under
trees
attack.
and try to run away, but Puck was
Dire's
nearby.
middle
Ends up
tower
just
has
dying
fallen.
as well as wasting his ulti now.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not looking good here for Sam, but doesn't seem like
Radiant's middle tower has
want to
fallen.
hard commit. No, they'll use the coil even, hoping that you to poke a bit more. He's got a couple stick charges, lining up the orb. Doesn't quite connect on Sam. But you know what? They're gonna go for it anyways. Thompson's on a mega kill streak.
Yeah, good
And
find.
TP gets cancelled.
He can try to hide as best he can, but the Illusory Orb giving vision, he can really dive in there. Oh, bottom, look at the Shadow Amuleted Whitemon. He's hoping that Broodmother will get too cocky and go for this tower. But he's just biding his time. He's getting the experience from the tower killing stuff. Realizing he's not going to get anything, he backs out.
Radiant's bottom tower
Nice try,
is
though.
under attack.
I have to say, I'm really enjoying seeing Thompson on this puck. He's been super active. He's been able to make these plays. And usually has the +1. Over in the mid lane, though, Alone does get hopped upon. They do ping out. They know kind of the area that he's in as Thompson doing a little bit of hunting. We'll run right into Alone, actually. And you can see how fast he goes and just jumps away to that remnant. He doesn't want anything to do with this puck. Not by an outpost. Not where there could be people there very quickly.
Yeah, Sever was just like half a second too early there on his goal
Dire's
for
top
Disruptor
tower
to catch
is
up.
under attack.
But now they're moving towards top lane instead. I like this. They should play towards objectives on the side of T1. They have that Aegis for 40 more seconds. I doubt that there's any chance for Wildcard to defend this tier 2.
Well, they go and drop the Static Storm over on Alex.
Monster kill.
They just blow him up. Wasn't Earthshaker there? Not there anymore, that's for sure.
Dire's
This top tower is
structures are
already
fortified.
sitting so low, 270
Dire's
hit
top
points
tower
left
is
on it,
under
so
attack.
I'm pretty sure they're just gonna take this tower, and despite Divine Llama's best efforts, this bottom
Dire's
tower
top
is still
has
standing.
fallen.
Yeah, they used a glyph as well for that tier 2 tower, and it does not reset because they already lost the tier 2 tower mid. So now they can keep going, and there's not going to be any glyph available.
Ooh, this is a big smoke. They draw a line to go immediately down to this bottom area of the map, although the Aegis does end up getting reclaimed. But Thompson leading the charge. They have a general idea where everyone is, and I'm curious now to see how Wildcard's going to react to this. If they're going to just pop into the street. Yeah, look at this. Eve is just like, I don't see anyone on the map. This seems like a bad idea. And Divine Llama, the bunch of pings. He is also going to teleport out as soon as possible, but it's not fast enough. They had the Dream Coil. So that's a very dead Brood Mother.
I like Zephyr's rocket just flying over him, and that's enough for Thompson to realize he can blink ahead and get the grab on that. So again, they made this big swooping motion in their smoke, and they do connect and get a kill. They didn't get the juicy one on Eve that they would have liked. The peel gets out, but they get the Brood Mother, and again, Morphling can just start moving towards another tower. Like a wrecking ball in this game. He's just going for all the buildings.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
I like this
is under
because we've
attack.
talked about, you know, they have the capability of making all the space and letting, you know, a core just farm. But Ana has been
Dire's
very
bottom
active
tower
this
has
game, and that's what I like to see, especially in game number 1, where T1 actually ended up just getting outpaced by Wildcard. So
Dire's bottom tower
Oh,
is
wow.
I
under
like to
attack.
see the way that they're moving together.
Zephyr has Aghanims, so he's actually shooting a bunch of rockets towards top lane. This is a really funny Aghanims now. With the ability to spam the triple rocket. You can connect multiple rockets on the same target. You can hit 2 on the same guy. So it does a lot of damage, and you can push creep waves really hard with it, which is what he's doing. So he's sort of stopping Wildcard from pushing the tier 1 top while they're sieging the bottom tier 2.
Very useful setup. Bottom tower, though, is going to get just ripped down by T1.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Really expect them to slow down too much. They might wait a little bit with cracking the tier 3 high ground pushes, but right now it feels like T1, they have cleared out the map, and they're gonna make a smoke immediately as well. There are no buildings left to kill outside on the map, so they're looking for heroes.
Divine Llama, I
Skitters
wonder if
away.
he knows how close could have been to death again from this puck. They'll comb through the jungle.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Someone, they do start pinging out that they think, oh yeah, look at those rockets. They know where people are. Oh, look at this though. Thompson will be able to just teleport over, blink, and find Sam at the very least.
That's so funny. He didn't actually see Sam. He saw the peel before, and he was trying to get the coil on peel, but collateral damage. The peel gets out, and poor Silencer has to pay the price instead. That coil was not intended for him, but dies anyway.
Consolation prize, like we said. We're on to Divine Llama, but they don't have the lockdown now that they've used that Dream Coil earlier. So, I'm gonna continue to clean up these creeps and push Wildcard into a smaller and smaller area on the map.
Yeah, they're gonna make it ever harder for Wildcard to get close to the Roche area and have any say in what's gonna happen with the next one.
Oh, in goes the clockwork, though. They've seen Divine Llama. He's been there for quite a while. They'll go and use the global silence as another fight breaks off over to the side. They want to make sure that Eve is going to survive, but they go and they drop the static storm. And there's just wailing away over on Eve. This is not looking good as the Echo Slam comes through from Alex, but Ana has already got that BKB up, so it doesn't do much of anything, especially not to Cuckoo, who's already a tanky boy. So they'll find the kill. Whitemon trying to use that Glimmer, trying to survive alone, just zipping on through. It does have that Ags up, but Divine Llama somehow still alive after all is said and run. Ana just says, yeah, no, you're not getting out here.
Is under attack. Radiant are
It's a
scanning.
buyback now from the Earthshaker. Does not have the Echo Slam. But they don't have the Phantom Lancer for another 20, and they don't want to use the buyback on the Broodmother, who's already had a difficult time. Look at this poor Sam. Sam's
Dire's
getting
middle
bullied
tower
by
has fallen.
Ana.
Their
Dire's
defense
middle
is so
barracks
weak,
are
honestly,
under
for
attack.
high ground. They don't have the best things to defend here. They don't have,
No?
like, Shaker ulti anymore.
He thought about it. He thought about trying to make these plays, but you do
Dire's
have
structures
Cuckoo using
are
those soul rips
fortified.
every time that starts to get a little bit low.
Stay near.
Managed to go and hold those searing chains. Dreamcoil getting dropped by Thompson again. They'll get a kill on Cuckoo. They're going forward from Thompson just to escape. Trying to follow up here with his remnants, but
oh my god, I just
close
realized
that gap.
I just realized that Cuckoo almost has an entire Radiance complete on his Undying.
Oh my god.
So he is going to make it difficult for PL to have his army alive and for them to do that much as he's going for a Crimson Guard into Radiance core Undying in this game. Not what I expected to see today.
I feel like it's one of those, you know, the little quiz where it's like, guess what hero built these items?
Yeah, for sure. There's a trivia right there.
Yeah.
At least Wildcard get out on the map a little bit after pushing back T1 there and getting that Undying kill, but I fear that they might not be able to stay on this area for too long, as T1 are just looking very motivated to keep fighting here. I doubt that they're even gonna wait for the Radiance. He is quite close, but I think they just want to keep going.
I feel like Wildcard really wants to get out of the base so that way they can get these tier 3 items, because they are at a disadvantage if they're not able to pick up the new neutrals.
Coming in.
Zephyr hunting, throws out a couple of the hits. Yeah, Divine Llama considers going forward, but realizes now that it's a trap. Sam running away, does get sides. A hook shot from downtown, though, from Zephyr. They'll kill Alex off. There's not going to be an active slam. Right back over onto Divine Llama. He's stuck in the static storm. Fisher comes through. They'll blow him up. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Wild card. That is not how you wanted that to go down. And T1's got to be extremely happy because now Roche is up. And he's got himself an Aghanim Shard.
It's crazy how they caught 3 heroes without even using the Dream Coil. They still have it, and they're standing.
Alone? Alone? Okay, he goes, he pops the BKB. He decides that he's going to stick around, though. He doesn't have a TP. Does have the Remnant up, luckily, so he's going to be able to escape, but that could have almost been a disaster for him.
It might already be a disaster. Now he had to use his BKB just to escape, and immediately after Roshan falls here, we could expect T1 to just look for the high ground due to BKB being on cooldown.
I guess the classic puck tanking the Roche while Undying sits outside the pit.
Yeah,
All
wouldn't want
right.
to risk your Radiance, Crimson Guard, Undying, getting right-clicked. So squishy. Yeah, this catch was amazing. I can't believe how they caught all those heroes there. You're like, hook shot on one, jump after another, glimpse the third. Absolutely crazy that they get all 3 kills there.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Alright.
Regeneration.
Wild card pinned heavily into the base. They shut down this Brood Mother super hard. Divine Llama, and I mentioned this earlier, and I still believe that Divine Llama is a good Brood Mother, but I do think that T1 just played this better.
They're looking very solid in this game. They have smoke and they have Shaker ulti, but he gets unsmoked.
Oh my god, Thompson, right place, right time, grabs himself Sam and alone. They'll follow up with the fissure though, as Ana turns himself over here to his own PL. He wants to be able to play this. Wiltio chasing after Sam. As the waveform forward, that's going to be a kill on the silencer, but he is slowed down just a little bit, as now they'll put down the damage. Another soul rip though coming out from Cuckoo, going to be able to buy a bit more time here, so they'll go for the doppel. Ana turning himself back into the Morphling, continuing the assault.
The Clockwork makes it almost impossible to get a blink for Shaker. When he pops that Aghanim, so many rockets.
It's a good fissure. Again, these soul rips, though, keeping Ana alive at the very cusp of life. They'll go use the Glimmer Cape alone. He wants this, but then they'll follow up. BKB gets used. Whitemon now just taking a ton of damage from alone. They will be able to get the kill on the Disruptor. They're chasing after Zephyr now. He goes, there's that. Doesn't quite manage to land the hook shot. It's like Cuckoo's going to make it out. Do they have anything to cancel it? Yes, they do. They've got themselves the Searing Chains. That's going to be a dead Zephyr. So Wildcard does manage to scrape their way out of the base.
That looks so funny. It looked like he was trolled by his teammates. He tries to hook shot over to the puck to try and get himself out of the situation, but then Thompson face shift, so he misses the hook shot. Trolling his old teammate here.
I want to go back and see the reactions on the cams for that one.
It's like, brother, why?
Why have you forsaken me?
Cool scar moment right there coming out by Thompson.
Long live the king. Alright, well, this does give Wildcard the chance to get back out there on the map.
Yep,
Which is something they definitely needed.
they get some time to try and claim some neutral items. I mean, they do have the Titan Sliver. Oh, sorry, not they do have the Titan Sliver on the PL. They actually have all their items now. It's T1 who have been so aggressive that they haven't gotten all the neutral items yet. They're still missing some stuff. They've been looking for kills non-stop.
And you take a look at the score. We've had so many kills in 32 minutes. My God. It's kind of Dota you like to watch, though. You want to see that bloodbath.
Yeah, and I don't feel like they're gonna slow down now with the Octarine core over on the top. Aegis still in the hands of Morphling for 1 minute and 50 seconds, and a butterfly just completed.
Sam is gonna just, oh gosh. The Clockwork just hookshotting all the way in. He's like, you know what, I'm gonna get you back, Thompson. Didn't matter, Thompson still got the final hit. And now Divine Llama gets pushed back, the snap on the coil. Should be a double kill now for Thompson. Buyback coming from Divine Llama. They don't have those creeps in the base just yet, so they do have a little bit of that backdoor protection. Ana being able to double turns himself into that Phantom Lancer is going to make it very difficult for them to approach, as they'll take down one Rax and they'll take down the second one.
Yeah, now with the butterfly, he doesn't lose all his mana immediately as well, so he is a little bit stronger against this harassment coming out from the Spirit Lands.
Still have another 56 seconds on this Aegis, so they want to make it count. They want to make this work here. Tower going down pretty quickly. Cuckoo just continuing to throw out these soul rips to keep Ana alive. Been doing an amazing job as a medic. Forward, little bit of a glimpse back. The hook shot onto the very back line, over onto Alex Zephyr. He's going to be able to just push him out, and there's not going to be any sort of worry coming from this Earthshaker. The global science already used. It looks like Zephyr, okay, yeah, he's gone a little bit too far, but he served his purpose. He's made the open up quite a bit as now Thompson jumps in. Dreamcoil on the back lines. Echo Slam comes out from Alex, and he'll be able to get the kill on alone, but they're still trying to force him out of the base, and it's proving to be very, very difficult as Sam is forced to buy back now. They want to try to punish them for this. Whitemon sitting so very low. Eve set so far apart, but it's a triple kill now for Ana, as he's going to focus down over onto Divine Llama. Aegis, though, will get reclaimed, so I have to be very careful. But now Divine Llama, perhaps he got too greedy, perhaps he got too excited about all of this. As it will go, use the Manta, turn back around, and that's an ultra kill for Ana. A death on Alex as well. There's the only one person left is Sam. They say give him the rampage, and there it is.
Double.
It is going to be a split 1-1.
What a beautiful team fight there. Last team fights for T1. Taking the game and securing that there will not be a tiebreaker between these two teams. And that was a really cool fight. The last fight there, Ana was waveform dodging the Shaker Echo Slam coming in as well. But I think at least from Wildcard in this series, we saw in game 1, they can play really good. And they can make things happen. They can really coordinate. And there was such a glimmer, even in game 2 here. I think they had some chance to maybe take this game, but at some